Well, if I open up a door, which is very crazy, opening up somebody's door. But if I open up the door and the first thing I see is lights coming out of your eyes and lights coming out your stomach, I'm out. Welcome to Rich House Reviews, the realest review show on the net, man. We are back with another reaction for the people, okay? Before we get into this reaction, I'm going to let y'all know a little couple seconds about who I am. I am Response by Scout, CEO of Rich House Reviews. It is a live music review show where we review music from all around the world, any genre, any beat. We do a show where we rate your music on a scale of 1 to 10. Anything under a 5 on that show, you will go in the trash. Like, it is full pressure. It's like the death row of music reviews. All right, but what we here for today is a different reason. We're going to show love to my boy Tom MacDonald. All right. Tom MacDonald, if you guys, I don't know if you've been living under a rock, it's been trending independently on YouTube. You know, his wife shoots his videos, and he's just pretty much his own entity. I got put onto him by several people in my comment section that were telling me to react to Tom MacDonald. I have done a I'm sorry reaction, and I'm looking for other things to react to. So if you guys have any things that I should react to, put them in the comments. All right. Without further ado, we're gonna get into this propaganda record. I want you guys to let me know what you feel about it. Oh, if you've heard of Tom MacDonald, put 100 in the comments. If you've never heard of Tom MacDonald, put a 50 in the comments. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction.
Hey, Daryl. You good, bro? You ain't picking up calls, dog. What's wrong, man? Daryl, you good? Hey. Hey, Daryl. Don't lose yourself.
First of all, if I open up a door, which is very crazy, opening up somebody's door. But if I open up the door and the first thing I see is lights coming out of your eyes and lights coming out your stomach, I'm out. I'm out. The video would have been 33 seconds. Soon as I'd have seen that, oh, you busy? I'm out. I gotta go. So shout out to Dax for being more gangster than me and staying in there with a person with light coming out their stomach.
Like snort, like snort, like snort.
And all I see is propaganda, propaganda. And all I see is propaganda, propaganda.
See, first off, like, usually you don't even really hear, like, the word propaganda wouldn't grab my attention. I'm not gonna lie. I probably overlooked the song a couple of times because of the word, but the way he hit that note and made it, you know, something is pretty dope. Like, I would have never thought that propaganda would sound good.
And all I see is propaganda, propaganda. And all I see is propaganda, propaganda.
I ain't know Dax could sing a little bit. He got a little swang, he got a little singing in him. Okay. All right.
Yeah, united we stand, divided we fall. New Year's Eve, they've been dropping the ball. Independent, how we dead in the game. We don't write to the sound of applause. Hidden truth, dotted lines, ain't never signed, stood and remain the boss. In a world that is full of facades, where if you speak, you get nailed to a cross. I won't be silent, I am outspoken. I am the product of pain, so when you see my name, no fame could never break down a brain that is already broken.
Whoo, okay. Bars. He said, I won't be silent. I am outspoken. I'm the product of pain. So when you see my name, know that fame could never break down a brain that is already broken. That's deep. Like, that just kind of separates you from what other people got going on. Like, it makes you know that he's in that type of mindset where it's like, like everybody's not for what's on TV. Everybody's not for what's the propaganda on TV and the media. Some people is just regular people who just don't even care. Like me, I don't really watch TV. I don't really care about that. Like, if anything, I watch YouTube, if anything. So I definitely can relate to that.
Every wound is a paid devotion. They fill words as I purge emotion. Scabs tear as I drop hits that bleed lied from demonic omens. The system decides we spend and we buy.
He said, scabs tear as I drop hits that bleed lies from demonic omens. That was tough.
While most of our time is spent in bed, the dreams we have all stay inside. We sleep and wake and live with regret. The price of life is half the cost. The price of fame could cost your head. If infamy is what you seek and propaganda is all I see is propaganda.
Okay. Strong first verse. Okay, strong hook. Okay, Dax.
Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda.
It says news you can trust. Hell nah, you can't trust the news.
Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
Look what they did, indoctrinated. They convince us all that everything we say is racist. And blood will change it, that's what happens. Y'all need balance.
Yeah.
Y'all need blacks and whites and lefts and rights to stop the madness. They planned it.
Ooh, he said that was tough. He said, "This is what happens. Y'all need balance. I need the blacks and whites and lefts and rights to stop the madness. They planned it." Like, he letting you know that this is a deeper plan. People don't just not like each other because they just don't like each other. People don't like each other because of what they seeing on TV, the different things, the propaganda that's thrown out there. So it's kind of dope that they tapped into this lane. You got to realize, like, you don't realize sometimes propaganda's in your subconsciously, you know what I mean? And then you go outside on the street and you got hate for certain people and you don't even know why. You know what I mean? So I understand where he's coming from, and I like the fact he's not afraid to touch that. And he actually took him and Tom McDonald to really do it. Let's get it.
It's Trump or Biden, we all been divided by it in the streets. Elections always been rigged. I ain't surprised when somebody cheats. All I see is pentagrams of the propaganda, but our priority's a vaccine. It ain't hard for wolves to find a flock when the sheep are fast asleep. Too many people.
He said, all I see is pentagrams and propaganda, but our priority's a vaccine. Okay? Then he said it ain't hard for wolves to find a flock when the sheeps are fast asleep.
Like character, too many journalists scaring you. Too many pencils attempting to rewrite the Constitution. They probably gonna tear it up. I love the country, but I don't trust the people taking care of us. We went to bed with the American dream. We woke up in Nightmerica.
And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda. And all I see is propaganda. Propaganda.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I be liking Dax lately, man. I'm fucking with Dax lately, man. I'm feeling him. Yeah, man. See, that's one thing, like, I gotta admit, like, oh, my bad. One thing I gotta admit is, like, I like the fact that, you know, these guys link up on you know, you take both of these two guys who don't care about what everybody's talking about and do their own thing, and you bring them on one song. They mesh up on one song. They're going to talk about something. I already knew they weren't going to talk about nothing normal. They're not going to talk about what everybody expects them to talk about. I know they were going to touch on things that people wouldn't talk on. I like the fact where they went with it. I like the fact that everybody's using, you know, different objectives for their own personal, you know, payout. Overall, the song, I'm gonna give it an 8.5, 9. I feel it's a real good way to bridge the gap between, you know, just propaganda. I'm tired of it, you know what I mean? So, shout out to Dax. Shout out to, you know, Tom McDonald. Like, guys, if y'all got any other songs that I should react to either of them, I want you guys to definitely let me know in the comments. If you know any artists that might want to get reviewed on my day-to-day show, Rich House Reviews, we rate your music on a scale of 1 to 10. My bad. Anything under a 5? All right. So if you know any artists, definitely let them know to subscribe. Definitely let them know to hit the top bell. That is the way that they can get notified for when we're live on here. All right, so shout out to Tom McDonald. Shout out to Dax. Song called Propaganda. Shout out to the gang.